Alright, welcome viewers back to Heart of the Machine, where we are about to witness the fate of any technician I've sent to investigate the spaceport. We are about to turn to Chapter 3, Turn 28. Our intelligence class is 4. The goal here is to get to intelligence class 5 and see what happens. 5 enemies shooting at Tech 9 XC. Possibly, if we had some materials to smokescreen us or something, we might be able to get out of here. But we don't. So the best we can do is die. We wouldn't have even had... We could have reduced the incoming damage, but he's taken 1,000%. It wouldn't have been enough. To get a little context, this is the spaceport in the city. Current city here is Mucaso, and it's a long city, which makes travel between the ends a little harder. Currently, we're trying to clear the ladder, which we just had a thought. What happens if... since we talked to all these people and they were all complaining about their corporate lives, what happens if we just take out upper management? That should clear the way for the people who were complaining in middle and lower management to move up, right? So that's where we're at, clearing the ladder. It's just a fun side diversion. It's a bit cruel, it's a bit apathy, but it makes fun of corporate life. Yeah, so we're trying to do that. And doing that, we angered Vorsiber. They sent a goon out to attack us, but we took care of them eventually. And while we were doing that, a project that we had started, a contemplation, which is to pay attention to the spaceport. That project completed, observe spaceport. That was what Tech 9 XC was doing, and when Tech 9 XC came out of the observation, apparently he got spotted. We did get some avionics core for that, so some compensation for losing an android, I suppose. And we could probably make use of that. We have 2 installed already. They take 9. We have 12. Yeah. 36 max. Interesting. So we could make another one of these. But what's our morphological lattice capacity is 18,000. So 8 more turns, we've filled it up. Vehicles, we do want one of these. Troop ship is 12,000. So we can already make a troop ship with the number we have. Popping one of these out, another one of these out would give us troop ships faster, but once you've built one troop ship, maybe we could get up to where we could build multiple troop ships. That would be fun. More than one troop ship. Now you're thinking. Anyway, we're gonna lose the droid. Sorry, I got a little lost. Yeah, so here we go. This droid is going down turn 28. Alright, nothing else really bad happening. We did lose a tech. We have 1 damaged structure left, but it's rebuilding. We did rebuild the damaged tower mainframes, so everything's coming up for roses. Nothing really bad to report right now. We do have a lot of space for more androids because we lost a couple. We also lost a mech, so we did learn that mechs are kind of useful. We can make 2 different types of mech. We can make the tailstock combat mech, or we can make the Hellfire combat mech. Tailstock is actually a lot more deterrence. They also take morphological lattice, so that's another reason to make more hangars. But they also take neodymium, so I don't think we're quite up to the task yet of keeping a large army of these. Looks like we could have 4, maybe 2 tailstock and 2 hellfire is the way to go. Yeah. So we'll start building those, but it's going to take a while. And in the meantime, yeah, we want to build another hangar. We have a lot of stuff we could build. In fact, we should probably start hiring scientists, for example. We might want to install some alumina roach. I'd rather, yeah, is that the one we want? That's alumina bauxite. No, neither of these give us the neodymium that we want, although we probably want to install both of those as well. Like, what would hold you up in installing these? I don't know. The electricity, I suppose? Or the robot type haulers? No, I think we want to make those. Alright, so it's definitely time to think and plan about the economy. What we want to do for the future. We do have a little bit of everything right now. I guess the immediate goal should be to get some coprocessors. It looks like these are actually buildable. We have 4 Mindanix robotics. Do we have anything else that uses Mindanix robotics? Android. Okay, so these, we can either have more mental energy or we can have a higher capacity for androids. Considering we're not even at capacity for androids, I don't think we'll necessarily need this. So I think immediate goal is to build coprocessors. These take compute time and give us mental energy, and they are very easy to make. So why haven't we made these yet? How much power do they take? 4,000. Okay, so if we make 4 of these, that's 16,000. We are still way under power capacity. Let's keep these near our central tower. These are pretty important buildings. And there's absolutely no reason we shouldn't just turn 4 of those on immediately. Always want to look in buildable because, yeah, there's stuff that's buildable in there that you should be paying attention to. Don't just let it spoon feed you your strategy. You need to make one. Aerospace hangar, the biggest problem has always been, hey, they take up a lot of space. We also want to consider building these far away from each other. Okay, we've got one there. I guess our next one should be out here somewhere. Looks like there might be space in this park area. Yeah, look at that. Aerospace hangar. We're still well above our electricity. This is going to take elemental slurry. We are netting 16,000, so it sounds like we can't afford the 4,000 expense. We also have additional buildings being suggested, right? We have a geothermal well, so that's really our next move. We also have a bunch of abandoned humans. Are we providing enough housing for these guys? Yeah, we still have, we have 12,000 housing. There's only 4, so it's actually to our benefit to get these guys, because eventually maybe we can turn these into tenants in real buildings. Right now, we're letting them take care of their own filth by giving them access to furniture. And it looks like they're furnishing and they've cleaned it all up. So yeah, our next target is still geothermal well. And making androids. We need to make a few androids, maybe a mech. The reason being, we're still trying to clear the ladder. So, clearing the ladder. Yeah, we need to eliminate 10 wealthy commuters. They show up when we go to contemplation, right? We have a couple here. These guys are large economic transport. That doesn't count. These ones. Wealthy citizen. Team leaders, wealthy citizen, middle management. Ooh, wealthy citizen, team leaders. All right, let's go and take out middle management. Before we take them out, let's get a little better prepared than we were last time. We're going to need predators. Predator drones are there to help us take out Vorsiber when they're not doing their horrify attacks. But they do take a lot of mental energy, and why can't we make these on neuroweave? Okay, so that's another structure we want to consider. So to make neuroweave, that's these neuroweave factories. Neuroweave factories take neuroweavers. Oh, that sounds promising. Neuroweavers are also used by robotic motivator factories, which... do we also need robotic motivators to make regular androids? No, we just need those for making bulk androids right now, right? Yes, okay. So we have quite a few motivators. I don't think we're competing there. Let's turn those into Neuroweave and make some more of these, because yeah, it sucks running out of Neuroweave when you need androids to arrive at the scene quickly. How much electricity? These are also elemental slurry expense, so remember, we're going to be cutting into our surplus. We can make a lot of these. We have 4, so we can make 2 more. Don't really have a strong objection. Alright, is there anything else that we want to make short term? We could make another Thortvetite skimmer, yes. What are we missing for this? It takes electricity. I think we want to do this. Yeah, because... Right, the other thing about these things is they can't go near other ones. So there's like, because you have to bring deterrents to them, you can't put them next to each other. So our original ones were here. Looks like the closest we can put is here. That is pretty close to our deterrence limit, right? Yeah, that's actually within our deterrence range for this guy. So this guy could move over too. Yeah, let's do that. We'll make another Thortvetite skimmer. That will bring up our neodymium income, which is also currently a limiting factor. And we might as well make a bauxite skimmer if we can. Yeah, these compete with each other. What's our alumina income right now? Oops. Alumina income is 1,000, whereas the neodymium income is 105. Yeah, so these take precedence for sure. Maybe we don't even need an additional bauxite skimmer, we just need more Thortvetite skimmer. So where else could we put these? Another group there. We will probably, we'll have to add extra deterrence for that group over there. So that's a target. Meanwhile, this deterrence, I think we need to move it slightly so it covers both. So maybe we'll move these guys over here. The original ones are there. So as long, yeah, we can move them here. That's 4 mental energy. That's quite a bit, but it's totally worth it. And then making sure this one, yeah, so he's in range of both. So that should say deterrence is satisfied. Whoops. Yeah, 192%. Great. We will get a response in 4 turns when we complete building it, but for now, it should be safe. The other ones are here, which I can't select very easily. There's the bauxite skimmer, but oh, there's the Thortvetite skimmer. Thortvetite skimmer is 198%. Okay, so we do have deterrence on both of those. We're going to want to bring predators toward this to take care of it, but before we do that, they're going to take out middle management. Middle management, you're a non-combatant. We will horrify you. Yeah, easy peasy. Alright, that did bring out some defenses. Oof, that was Nickelbot, combat unit, Vorsiper soldier. There's another one hiding there, Vorsiper soldiers, and another one there, Nickelbot. Okay, and that Nickelbot is shooting a microbuilder minifab, which barely harms it. These soldiers, alright, Vorsiper is probably the worst that's attacking a predator. Alright, so we're gonna have to take out Vorsiper first. We're not using horrify attacks for that. These guys only do 23%. Where is our Nickelbot? Why did we leave you so far away, Nickelbot? Wow, you're close enough that you can hit it. You are, oh no you don't. No you're not. Okay, range is, wait, I thought that was the range ring. Seems like you should be in range to me. Maybe this is the range ring? What are we armed with? Oh, the gallant. Right. We want the other one. We either want the tactical here or, yeah, probably the tactical. Although, oh, that suppression's really nice. So let's see if the 6 extra range gets us there. I don't think it will. Having the suppression is really nice. So it's probably a better idea to just move him in there and have him suppress. So we'll do that. I think we can move him... Want him to be in range of the Vorsiber at least. I think if we move him here, he will be. Yep, and then we just get one shot. Ah, he's not. Damn. Okay, well, he's in range of these guys. Wait, you're still doing morale attacks? Yeah, we got to take that off. Oh, we could increase your range. Yes, we'll do that. Didn't quite have to move that close, but yeah, we'll shoot these guys now. We can do a 40% here. And that's all we can do, but they're all suppressed, so that saves us from damage. Even this one way out here is suppressed. Great. We do still have one counterattack incoming. Oh, maybe a sniper is hitting this. Oh no, that's the counterattack incoming. Never mind, that's in 4 turns. Yeah, we can wait. Let's see what happens in turn 29. Right, turn 29 we have at least 4 Nickelbots. No, we have a Nickelbot, combat unit, and a Nickelbot. And then this squad of Vorsiber soldiers. So if we hit them first, we'll do 51 here. What about if we hit them with the Nickelbot first? Does that increase damage? We'll only do 24%, but yeah, it would be nice to drop everybody's range. So like this guy's now the only one making an attack. Great. We're still going to aim at Vorsiber with the Predator. That's 67% on the first shot, and he'll take him out on the second. And then we have one more to take care of these guys, this Nickelbot. Alright, now we did get some attack changes here after that. Bulk combat unit is now in danger of taking about 50% damage, so if we can, we could try to save him here. We do have a Predator backup that is still doing morale damage, but with regular damage, it looks like we could probably take out 2 of them. The combat unit will probably survive, but I think we can take out both Nickelbots. It might make more sense to... I think we can probably take out the combat unit. Let's take out this Nickelbot first, and then we'll focus on combat. 99% damage, that's pretty good. Or we could... yeah, let's just try to kill it. Damn, okay, so there's still 4 left, barely limping along, but they're going to survive. That's unfortunate. Oh, or the combat unit actually has a shot, don't you? I forgot. Yeah, let's just shoot them. And then these guys twice. Oh, we can't get to. Okay, so we did end up taking 1 attack from the remaining Nickelbot. Is going to do some damage on this bulk combat unit, but it's not much. We'll survive that. We do have a bunch of Neuroweave factory coming online. No mental energy left to do anything. Geothermal well still needs another turn before we can build this with its Neuroweave cost. So let's go to turn 30. Alright, obliterated the remaining Nickelbot. And then we're 20% up, clearing the ladder. We have 1 counterattack incoming. This place here is going to counterattack us in 2 turns, so that gives us enough time to do 1 more of these silly middle management murders. Here we go. This is wealthy citizen team leaders. Citizens from either the administration or scientist social class. We can horrify here. For 124, let's do it on the screen where we can actually see this guy. Horrify. 3 enemy attacks planned, so that's not very many. That means probably a lot of Vorsiber. Those guys there. And then these 2 Nickelbot and another Nickelbot. Okay, well, it's getting routine at this point. We're going to bring the Nickelbot in for some suppressing fire. Doing 39% here. And then Predators should be able to jump in. They're going to hit Vorsiber before anybody else. Although it's only 23%. Maybe we'll hit this guy once and then Vorsiber. Yeah, even with a Predator, you're not doing a lot of damage, are you? Do they have armor piercing? Insufficient action points. Do they have... Why am I doing so little damage? There's a lot of them. There's only... Well, it's only 29. They don't have any armor. They just have a lot of health. like a bullet sponge. 42% damage on the first shot. What kind of consumables do we currently have for these guys? Nothing, just armor-piercing rounds, and they don't have armor. 1, 2, maybe it takes 3. But there's 1 left. Nickelbot can shoot at this Nickelbot. He is already suppressed. That's only a 31%. I'm surprised it's... Oh, it does say it's going to die regardless. Don't we have a combat unit in range? Yes, we do. Combat unit. If you're not horrifying, you only do 45%. Okay, well, better than nothing. It'll keep the damage it does to this tower down. And there we go. That was turn 30. Let's go to 31. This tower's going to take a little hit, but that Nickelbot has seen better days. Okay, he did dart away, but got killed anyway. And that's clear. We're still waiting for counterattack. This counterattack should be coming next turn. Yep. I don't think we need to start another murder while the counterattack is happening. So, what do we do in the meanwhile? I guess we could just send a tech over there to finish building stuff, right? Haven't done that in a while. Oh, you know what we could do is put the tech on the vehicle. Bring the vehicle over. So in addition to changing mechs, they change vehicles. Vehicles now just move like everybody else, which is lovely. You can just send them out without having to click down here and find the movement. I love it. This is a long trip for 2 mental energy, and we can do 1 more. Still not very close. Wow, this map is huge. Before we do that, let's talk about mechs. So we could bring in a Hellfire, but let's bring in a geothermal well first. We aren't running low on power yet, but it's a good idea to keep well ahead of the power requirements. Current geothermal wells are over along here, I think. Is that true? I thought that's where we put them. What are these? That's the wind generator. There they are. Geothermal well there, another one there. Let's put this next one. We'll knock down some homeless tents. It's okay. They can go live in our apartments. It's the only one we can build this turn. Oh, we just used 4,100 of our hard-fought neodymium. So we could build other things. The roaches are a good idea. But let's get some power up, and let's send a tech over to get these things built. Ooh, it's also time to design full-time VR pods. So in addition to getting things built, I think that's what we should be doing. We haven't even bothered talking to the AGI researchers yet, or looked beyond the ruins. We've done those before. Let's get the VR pods working. Oops, I hit 3, which is shields up. Okay, interesting. I'm so used to hitting 3 to move these guys that I'm wasting energy on their shields, which I don't think I've ever done before. Shields up for these gives them a 50 to 70% damage reduction. I may have done it. It's hard to get him exactly centered in the view, so we get a good view, but... Shields. There they are. Shields. Wow. Sparkly. Okay. We will get you over there. Don't hit 3 again. You don't need to anymore. I don't think we can fly over the spaceport. Let's fly over here. And we need to get you to design full-time VR pods. Yes, that's what we need. Although we don't have very much population yet, so it might be time to start stripping the slums after we do this design. We can hop this tech out. Tech 4,000. Oh no, we need 400 engineering skill. Okay, well, there's I probably should have noticed that before I started talking about hopping the tech out. What else could we do? We could have him go and repair buildings instead. What about looking at other contemplations? Is there anything else? We could try exploiting a Fed Corp. Still want to clear the ladder before we start anything else. Ooh, shelter coordinators are slow. We don't We could go do this. That doesn't take any extra engineering requirements. This contacting the wastelanders doesn't take any requirements, and AGI research in trouble doesn't. So we should start all of those. We do need engineering for both protection required and design full-time VR pods, but meanwhile we could probably do this one. Exploit in a Fed Corp. That might make sense to do next. For now though, let's get these buildings up. We want the power first off. Where'd we leave that? Thought it was right there. Power? Turned around. Power's on the south side. Okay. There we go. We'll bring this guy here. And now we'll finally use Tech 4000 to finish this geothermal well. And I guess that's it. We can consolidate our troops a little bit, move them a little closer to where the counterattack is coming from. That means you, Mr. Predator. Oh, actually, counterattack's gonna come from here, isn't it? Oops. Well, let's see. Turn 32, I'm guessing it's here. There it is. Right next to the tech, in fact. We do have a Predator who's in range of something. An 88% attack there, 28% there, 34. None of these are actually fully in range, are they? We can do a suicidal attack, but yeah, it looks like we're about to lose an aerospace hangar. Let's do one move to get you here, and then maybe shoot these guys. I think we're going to switch to Horrify here. Ooh, Horrify's only doing 74% morale. Yeah, we're not good enough. We need to be taking this serious and just like shoot what we can with real bullets. Military sniper is a little too far away, it looks like. Military sniper is shooting at us. That Predator is currently going to die because of the two snipers. I can shoot one of them for a 56%. What if we Horrify you? That's 105. We'll do that. More effective. And then we'll bring in the other Predator. This guy's also far away, so it's probably worth doing a melee attack if we can. Doesn't look like we can, though. Glad that technician still has its identity intact. So our main target here is really this military sniper in the back. We can come in pretty close for 2 mental energy. And he switched target to us, so we're going to return the favor. I think a Horrify here was probably going to work. Yeah, 98%. Still going to have to hit him twice, unfortunately. And then we're home free for damage. It does look like this tower is going to take a little bit from a Grenadier. Actually, it looks like it's this guy shooting. No, that guy's shooting the geothermal well, which is taking a lot of damage. Okay, Nickelbot, going to need you to take a couple shots. Are you in range? Yes, you are. I hope. You're never in range when I think you are. Okay, almost in range. Let's move it a little closer. 1 point, in fact, and then our final point. We could either shoot this guy, or not those guys. 26% here, 31% there. They're both suppressed, but this will add to it. And then that's the end of turn 32. So let's go to 33. Don't think we lost anything that turn. And the predators are in range, so we're going to hit what we can. Morale attacks aren't really cutting it. Let's see what regular attacks do. 98% there, 57 there, 87, 193. Okay, that looked different, right? That was 193, or with morale it's only 73%. What's the difference between morale and demoralize? We don't really do demoralize. So let's do just a regular attack. 193. That's a good shot. Then we have 87 there, or 98 here. This one up here is a Grenadier squad of 37 versus a Blader squad of 36. A Grenadier does less damage, but in a wider range. But they are doing enough to destroy that tower, it looks like. The two of them together, maybe. A Blader and a Grenadier, so it's probably the Blader doing the majority of that damage. Let's hit the Grenadier down to almost death. And then move in with the Predators. Dead there, and then this one's even doing morale damage, and you're dead. Let's see, there's another one down here. We're gonna use non-morale 87. What about this guy? 87, and then no more attacks. I guess it's up to Nickelbot. Nickelbot can do a charge and kill it. And that's it, we cleared the ladder. Another rung. 7 to go. We do have... Oh, no, that's it. No more attacks incoming. That was, actually, that was the defense for the skimmer, wasn't it? So, that means our Thortvatite days... Are we in the money? Thortvatite skimmer? 1390. So, this one already... And then this one is the new one. Why does this one show up green when we do that? That's interesting. Oh, wait. It doesn't. It was just red. Okay, next to it. So maybe we do one more. Thortvatite. What's the drawback? I don't really see it. It takes electricity. Seems like the drawback is we need to be able to provide deterrence. Put one over here. Why not? Let's do one there. We're gonna have to add deterrence though, because this thing currently has 0. So deterrence way over on this side, we're going to need bulk. We have enough to do 2 more bulk predators, it looks like. So we'll do one here. And we don't want to put them in the compound. Ooh. Too far from Android launcher, so we're gonna have to put them within this circle range. Okay, right there. Does that give... Are you in deterrence range there? Yes, your deterrence is nice. You're in range. That thing is now at 136%, so we really only need the one. That's good. Because we're out of mental energy and we can't do any more anyway. Anyway, that's about where we are. It looks like in 4 turns we're gonna have one more counterattack from our new Thortvatite skimmer. Thortvatite. Yeah, say that a lot. And then with that new neodymium income, we'll be able to make androids faster. New possibilities will open to us, and we're going to continue clearing the ladder, but we're going to do that in next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This has been Corknut. Bye-bye for now.